Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yata Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Scha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Bitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabhazutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishikam Vidam Scha Om Ajnana Timaranda Shagyanachana Shalakaya Chakshuram Milidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gurava Bhistam Sapurakam Gurganara Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samastaveda Nipunam Shri Rupa Patanugam Govindabhidam Ujwalam Bharatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Mande Vishwagurun Shah Divyad Bhagavat Prem Noi Bija Pradam Devam Divyatanum Suchandabananam Balarka Chelanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Bananam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nidim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Bandetam Shubhanam Madeka Sharanam Nyashishwara Sridharam Vanchakopatarubhyasya Kripasindu Bhyevaja Patitanam Pavenebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupad. And this is Madhya-lila, chapter 19. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs Srila Rupa Goswami. Verse number 1. Vrindavaniyam rasakeli vartam kalena luptam nija shaktim utkaha sancharya rupe vyatanot punasa prabhurvido prag Iva loka shrishtim. Before the creation of this cosmic manifestation, the Lord enlightened the heart of Lord Brahma with the details of the creation and manifested the Vedic knowledge. In exactly the same way, the Lord, being anxious to revive the Vrindaban pastimes of Lord Krishna, impregnated the heart of Rupa Goswami with spiritual potency. By this potency, Srila Rupa Goswami could revive the activities of Krishna in Vrindaban, activities almost lost to memory. In this way, he spread Krishna consciousness throughout the world. Before the creation of this cosmic manifestation, the Lord enlightened the heart of Lord Brahma with the details of the creation and manifested the Vedic knowledge. In exactly the same way, the Lord, being anxious to revive the Vrindaban pastimes of Lord Krishna, impregnated the heart of Rupa Goswami with spiritual potency. By this potency, Srila Rupa Goswami could revive the activities of Krishna in Vrindaban, activities almost lost to memory. In this way, he spread Krishna consciousness throughout the world. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Sri Nityananda Prabhu, all glories to Sri Advaita Chandra, and all glories to all the devotees of the Lord. Shri Rupa Sanatana Rahe Ramakeli Grame Prabhure Milya Gela Apana Bhavane. After meeting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the village of Ramakeli, the brothers Rupa and Sanatan returned to their homes. Duibai Vishai Tyager Upai Shrijila Bodhana Diya Dui Brahmane Barila. The two brothers devised a means whereby they could give up their material activities. For this purpose, they appointed two Brahmins and paid them a large amount of money. Krishna Mantre Koraila Dui Purascharana Achirat Paibare Chaitanya Charana. The Brahmins performed religious ceremonies and chanted the holy names of Krishna so that the two brothers might attain shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very soon. Sri Rupa Gosai Tabe Nokate Bariya Apanaragari Aila Bahudana Loya. At that time, Sri Rupa Goswami returned home, taking with him large quantities of riches loaded in boats. So because they were two important governmental ministers in the service of the Nawab Hussain Shah, they had accumulated riches, and Rupa Goswami returned home, taking with him those riches. Brahmana Vaishnave Dila Tara Ardadane Egg Choti Dana Dila Kutumba Barane. Srila Rupa Goswami divided the wealth that he brought back home. He gave 50% in charity to the Brahmins and Vaishnavas, and 25% to his relatives. And Prabhupada writes, this is a practical example of how one should divide his money and retire from household life. 50% of one's money should be distributed to qualified and pure devotees of the Lord. 25% may be given to family members, and 25% may be kept for personal use in case of emergency. Now, of course, this is a division in relationship with Rupa Goswami, who had a lot of riches. He was wealthy. If you don't have anything, how are you going to divide it? But in this case, Rupa Goswami divided his wealth in that way. Danda Banda Lage Choti Sanchai Korila Balo Balo Biprastane Stapya Rakila. He kept 1/4 of his wealth with a respectable Brahmin. He kept this for personal safety because he was expecting some legal complications. So he knew he knew that he and Sanatan Goswami were retiring from governmental service. And he knew that the king was not going to be happy about that. So he kept 25% of his riches. He kept because he knows he's going to have to deal with the consequences of his action. He kept 1/4 of his wealth with a respectable Brahmin. He kept this for his personal safety, but because he was expecting some legal complications. Godi Rakila Mudra Dasha Hanjare Sanatana Vyasakore Rake Mudigare. He deposited 10,000 coins, which were later spent by Sri Sanatan Goswami in the custody of a local Bengali grocer. So he kept the money, in that case, the local Bengali grocer, he kept the money with him. It was like a bank. The grocer was like a bank. Shri Rupa Shunila Prabhu Niladri Gaman Manapate Jabin Prabhu Sri Vrindaban. Sri Rupa Goswami heard that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had returned to Jagannath Puri and was preparing to go to Vrindaban through the forest. Rupa Goswami Nila Chale Pataila Duijan Prabhu Jabe Vrindaban Koranagaman. Sri Rupa Goswami sent 2 people to Jagannath Puri to find out when Mahaprabhu would depart for Vrindaban. Shigra Ase Moretara Diva Samachar Shunya Tad Anurupa Koriba Vyabahar. Sri Rupa Goswami told the 2 men, "You are to return quickly and let me know when he will depart. Then I shall make the proper arrangements." Eta Sanatana Gosai Babe Maneman Rajamore Pritikore Se Mora Bandan. Now Rupa Goswami is the younger of the 2. Sanatan Goswami is older and he sees like his guru. So of the 2 persons, the government, the king, is more dependent on Sanatan Goswami's guidance. So when Sanatan Goswami was in Godadesh, he was thinking, the Nawab is very pleased with me. I certainly have an obligation. Konmate Raja Jadi More Kruda Hoy tabe avyahate hoy korilu nischoy. If the Nawab somehow or other becomes angry with me, I shall be greatly relieved. That is my conclusion. Asvastyara chadma kore rohe nijagare rajakarya charilana jai rajadware. On the pretext of bad health, Sanatana Goswami remained home. Thus he gave up government service and did not go to the royal court. Lobi kayastagan rajakarya kore apane swagrihe kore shastrara bichare. The greedy masters of his clerical and secretarial staff performed the government duties while Sanatan personally remained home and discussed the revealed scriptures. So while Sanatana Goswami is not there, the people who work with him, his staff, they're all greedy for some more position. They want more position. They think, well, Sanatana Goswami is not coming, so now is a chance for us to get a better position. So, but that didn't cause them to do the service bad. They did the service very well because they were expecting some advancement. So it was working, but Sanatana Goswami, his idea was, if I can get the Nawab to be angry with me, then he'll be less dependent on me. So, in other words, Sanatana Goswami is thinking how I can get out of the Nawab being dependent on me, because he wants to go with Mahaprabhu. Bharacharya Pandit Bisha Trishalaya Bhagavat Bichara Koran Shabate Basya. Sri Sanatana Goswami used to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam in an assembly of 20 to 30 learned Brahmin scholars. So, Aradin Godeshwara Sange Ekjan Achambite Gosai Shabate Koila Agaman. While Sanatana Goswami was studying Srimad Bhagavatam in the assembly of learned Brahmins, one day the Nawab of Bengal and another person suddenly appeared. Patsahadekiya sabe sambrame utila sambrame asanadiya rajare basaila. As soon as all the Brahmins and Sanatana Goswami saw the Nawab appear, they all stood up and respectfully gave him a sitting place to honor him. So Sanatana Goswami is with many Brahmins, and Nawab, the king, comes there, and then everyone stands up and gives him a sitting place to honor him. Raja Kohe Tomar Stane Vaidya Patailun Vaidya Kohe Byarinahi Shushta Jadekilun. The Nawab said, I sent my physician to you, and he has reported that you are not diseased. As far as he could see, you are completely healthy. So you weren't coming at all, and so I sent a physician to see if you were ill. And he said, no, you're completely healthy. Amaraje Kichu Karya Sabtoma Loya Karya Chari Rohila Tumi Garete Basya. I am depending on you to carry out so many of my activities, but you have given up your governmental duties to sit here at home. Mora Jatta Karya Kam Sab Koila Nash Ge Ki Tomara Ridoye Ache Koha Morapash. You have spoiled all my activities. What is your intention? Please tell me frankly. So he's saying, I have many, the Nawab is saying, really, you're the one running the government, and I'm taking the position of a conqueror, but I need you for the government in Bengal to run properly. But you're not coming. So what is your intention? What are you doing? He says, my plans depend on you, and you're not coming to do your work, so what is happening? And Sanatan is very wise and capable, so the Nawab is asking, I need you to help, and you're not helping. Sanatana kohe nahiyama hoite kam ara ek janadiya kora samadan. Sanatana Goswami replied, you can no longer expect any service from me. Please arrange for someone else to tend to the management. Tabe kruda haya raja kohe arbar tomara borabai kore dashubya bahar. Becoming angry with Sanatana Goswami, the Nawab said, your elder brother is acting just like a plunder. So we already heard that Sanatana Goswami is thinking that if I get the Nawab angry with me, then I'll be relieved. I'll be relieved of so many responsibilities. And it says here, now the Nawab, becoming angry with Sanatana Goswami, said, your elder brother is acting just like a plunder. So when the Nawab says your elder brother, he means himself, the Nawab, because Sanatana Goswami is the elder brother of Rupa Goswami. Sanatan's elder than him, and Anupama is the youngest. So Sanatan is the elder brother. So when the Nawab says, your elder brother is acting just like a plunder, he's referring to himself. The Nawab is referring to himself when he says to Sanatana Goswami, your elder brother is acting just like a plunder. That's what the Nawab is doing. Jiva bahu marikoela shakla sabnash etatumi koela mora sarvakaryanas. By killing many living entities, your elder brother has destroyed all Bengal. Now, here you are destroying all my plans. So what the Nawab is saying is, I'm in the position of a conqueror, but somebody for the sake of all the people of Bengal, somebody has to attend to them and take care of them, and you're that person, but you're not doing your work. So you're ruining everything. He's depending on Sanatana Goswami to run the state. Now here you are destroying all my plans. Sanatan kohe tumi swatantra godeshwar jj dosha kore deho tarafala. Sanatana Goswami said, you are the supreme ruler of Bengal and are completely independent. Whenever someone commits a fault, you punish him accordingly. So Sanatana Goswami is saying, you're the supreme, you decide everything, you're the supreme. So if you want to punish me, punish me. But I'm not going to tend to my duties. He's saying, Sanatana Goswami said, you are the supreme ruler of Bengal and are completely independent. Whenever someone commits a fault, you punish him accordingly. So if you don't like what I'm doing, punish me. He's not saying I'll go back to work. Eteshuni Godeshwara Ute Gare Gela Pailaiba Boli Sanatanere Bandila. Hearing this, the Nawab of Bengal stood up and returned to his home. He ordered the arrest of Sanatana Goswami so that he would not be able to leave. So Sanatana Goswami says, you're the supreme, you're the Godeshwara. Somebody does something wrong, you punish him. And then the Nawab was saying, the Nawab knew that Sanatana Goswami is saying, well, I'm doing this, and if you want to punish me, then punish me. So then Nawab was angry, and when he went home, he said, now arrest Sanatana Goswami. Kaha gele gela raja udiya marite Sanatana kohe tumi chala mora sate. At this time, the Nawab was going to attack the province of Orissa, and he told Sanatana Goswami, come along with me. So he's saying, okay, I'm going to Orissa to conquer there. You come with me. And Sanatana, but the Nawab told Sanatan, come with me. Tehoko het jabitumi devataya dukadite mora shakti nahi tomar sangijaite. Sanatan Goswami replied, you are going to Orissa to give pain to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For this reason I am powerless to go with you. So Sanatan Goswami says, you're going to conquer in Orissa, but Mahaprabhu is in Jagannath Puri, and you're going to give pain to him, and I'm powerless to help you. I will not help you. Tabitare bandi raki korelagaman eta nila chala hoite prabhu chalila Vrindaban. The Nawab again arrested Sanatan Goswami and kept him in prison. At this time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu departed for Vrindaban from Jagannath Puri. Tabe se dui chara rupa tai aila Vrindavana chalila prabhu hasya kohila. The two persons who went to Jagannath Puri to inquire about the Lord's departure returned and informed Rupa Goswami that the Lord had already departed for Vrindavan. So Rupa Goswami, independently, he has sent two men to Jagannath Puri, and he said, when Mahaprabhu is going to go to Vrindavan, because he tried the first time, but he was unsuccessful, and he returned back to Jagannath Puri. He only went as far as Ramakeli, where Sanatan and Rupa Goswami were staying. But he went to see them. But too many people were going with Mahaprabhu, so Sanatan Goswami told him, there are too many people going with you. He said, this is not the way to go to Vrindavan. And it certainly wasn't the way to go to Vrindavan, because if he's traveling with so many people, it could also attract the attention of the Muslims who were ruling and cause Mahaprabhu problems. And so Mahaprabhu thought, Mahaprabhu wasn't afraid, but he was thinking, that's not the way to go to Vrindavan. So he returned to Jagannath Puri. And then Rupa Goswami knows that Mahaprabhu will go. He wasn't successful this time in going to Vrindavan, but next time he will go to Vrindavan and he'll go through the forest, through the jungle. So then Rupa Goswami wanted to know, when is Mahaprabhu going? He sent two people and they informed him. He's already left after a time. So Shunya Sri Rupa Likila Sanatanatai Vrindavana Chalila Sri Chaitanya Goswami. Upon receiving this message from his two messengers, Rupa Goswami immediately wrote a letter to Sanatan Goswami saying that Mahaprabhu had departed to Vrindavan. Ami Duibai Chalilaya Tahare Milite Tumi Jai Chitai Chichuti Aisha Tahan Hoite. In his letter to Sanatan Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami wrote, we two brothers are starting out to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You must also somehow or other get released and come meet us. The two brothers herein mentioned are Rupa Goswami and his younger brother Anupama Malik. Rupa Goswami was informing Sanatan Goswami that he should join him and his younger brother. So that meant Rupa Goswami is informing Sanatan Goswami, we're going to meet with Mahaprabhu. You come and join us. And Rupa Goswami had left 10,000 coins with a local grocer, a local person to help Sanatan get released. Now these coins are gold coins. It's 10,000 gold coins. This is a lot of money. So he's left this with the local grocer to give. This is to pay for the bribe to get Sanatan Goswami out of jail. Dasha Sahasra Mudra Tata Ache Mudi Stane Tahadiya Kora Shigra Atma Vimochane. Rupa Goswami informs Sanatan Goswami, I have left the deposit of 10,000 coins with the grocer. Use that money to get out of prison. Jaichi Taichi Chuti Tumi Aisha Vrindavan Eta liki duibai korila gaman. Somehow or other get yourself released and come to Vrindaban. After writing this, the two brothers, Rupa Goswami and Anupama, went to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anupama Maliktara Nama Sri Vallabha Rupa Gosar Chotabai Parama Vaishnava. Rupa Goswami's younger brother was a great devotee whose actual name was Sri Vallabha, but he was given the name Anupama Malik. Because they all had Muslims' names, they were all in the government of the Muslims, but his younger brother, Anupama, his real name was Sri Vallabha. Tahaloya Rupa Gosai Prayag Adaila Mahaprabhu Rahan Shuni Anandita Hoila. Sri Rupa Goswami and Anupama Malik went to Prayag, and they were very pleased to hear the news that Mahaprabhu was there. Prabhu Chali Jachan Bindu Madhava Darshane Laka Laka Lok Aishe Prabhura Milane. At Prayag, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to see the temple of Bindu Madhava, and many hundreds of thousands of people followed him just to meet him. So Mahaprabhu Mahaprabhu is at temple of Bindu Madhava, and many hundreds of thousands of people went to see him. Keho Kande, Keho Hase, Keho Nache Gai, Krishna Krishna Bole Keho, Gadagadi Jai. Some of the people following the Lord were crying. Some were laughing, some dancing, and some chanting. Indeed, some of them were rolling on the ground, exclaiming, Krishna, Krishna, Ganga Jamuna Prayag, Narila Dubaite, Prabhu Dubaila Krishna, Primara Banyate. Prayag is located at the confluence of two rivers, the Ganges and the Jamuna. Although these rivers were not able to flood Prayag with water, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inundated the whole area with waves of ecstatic love for Krishna. So the rivers weren't meeting in Prayag, they weren't flooding Prayag, but Mahaprabhu was flooding, Prayag with ecstatic love for Krishna. Bidadeki duibai rohila nirjane prabhura vesha hoila bandavadarshane. Seeing the great crowd, the two brothers remained standing in a secluded place. They could see that Mahaprabhu was ecstatic to see Lord Bindu Madhava. Premaveshe Nache Prabhu Haridwane Kori Urdhvabahu Kori Bole Bo Hari Hari. The Lord was loudly chanting the holy name of Hari, dancing in ecstatic love and raising his arms. He asked everyone to chant Hari Hari. Prabhura Mahima Deki Loke Chamatkar Prayage Prabhura Lila Nare Barnibar. Everyone was astounded to see the greatness of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Indeed, I cannot properly describe the pastimes of the Lord at Prayag. Dakinatya Viprasane Ache Parijai Se Viprani Mantriya Nila Nijaloy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had made an acquaintance with a Brahmin from Deccan in South India. And that Brahmin invited him for meals and took him to his place. So Mahaprabhu had met a South Indian Brahmin there in Prayag. And Prayag's, in what is now UP, Uttar Pradesh, on the way to near. So Rupa Goswami's went to Prayag. Vipragrihe Ashe Prabhu Nibrite Vasila Shri Rupa Vallabha Dohe Asya Madhya-lila. While Mahaprabhu was sitting in a solitary place in the home of that Deccan Brahmin, that person from South India, Rupa Goswami and Sri Vallabha Anupama Malik came to meet him. Dui Gucha Trina Duhe Dashane Dariya Prabhu Deki Dure Pade Dandavadhaya. Seeing the Lord from a distance, the two brothers put 2 clumps of straw between their teeth and immediately fell down on the ground like rods, offering him obeisances. So Mahaprabhu says, Trinada Pisuni Chena Taror Iva Sahisnuna Amanena Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. Humility, offering respect to others, and tolerance. But it says one should be more humble than the straw on the ground or in the street. So as a sign of their humility, seeing the Lord from a distant place, the two brothers put 2 clumps of straw between their teeth and immediately fell down on the ground like rods, offering him obeisances. Nanashloka Pariute Pare Barbar Prabhudeke Primabesha Hoila Duhar. Both brothers were overwhelmed with ecstatic emotion, and reciting various Sanskrit verses, they stood up and fell down again and again. Shri Rupe Dekiya Prabhur Prasana Hoilaman Uta Uta Rupa Aisha Bolila Bachan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very pleased to see Srila Rupa Goswami, and he told him, stand up, my dear Rupa, come here. Krishnara Karuna Kichuna Jai Varnane Vishai Kupa Hoite Karila Toma Duijane. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said, it is not possible to describe Krishna's mercy, for he has delivered you both from the well of material enjoyment. Because they were very rich in the government in the service of the Nawab. They were very rich. So Mahaprabhu says, it is not possible to describe Krishna's mercy, for he has delivered you both from the well of material enjoyment. Name Bhaktas Chaturvedi Madbhakta Swapacha Priyaha Tasmat Deyam Tatorayam Sacha Pujo Yatha Yaham. Lord Krishna said, even though a person is a very learned scholar of the Sanskrit Vedic literatures, he is not accepted as my devotee unless he is pure in devotional service. Even though a person is born in a family of dog-eaters, he is very dear to me if he is a pure devotee who has no motive to enjoy fruitive activities or mental speculation. Indeed, all respect should be given to him. Whatever he offers should be accepted. Such devotees are as worshipable as I am. So what does it mean when we always hear about dog eaters? Who are dog eaters? Now, dog eaters means they're socially unacceptable. They're in the lowest category of society. They're so far from being in the Vedic society that they're even eating dogs. Imagine. So we know there's some places in the world where they eat dogs, in Asia. And we heard when I went to Hong Kong, it was said that there at that time Hong Kong was a British colony, so it was under Britain and Hong Kong, and of course all the people living there is Chinese. So it was said that both the British and the Chinese were dog lovers, but in different ways. Wow. So, anyway, someone who's eating dogs is considered very low in society. But it says here, this verse from the scriptures, even though a person is a very learned scholar in the Sanskrit literature, and is a Brahmin, he is not accepted as my devotee unless he is pure in devotional service. Even though a person is born in a family of dog eaters, he is very dear to me if he is a pure devotee who has no motive to enjoy fruitive activities or mental speculation. Indeed, all respect should be given to him, and whatever he offers should be accepted. Such devotees are as worshipable as I am. So Mahaprabhu is saying that, and you can understand that Rupa Sanatan, they weren't with the Muslim government. They're practically almost in the company of people who are dog eaters. And they were employed by them. So then Mahaprabhu is saying, even though you may be considered very low, according to the standard of society, and Rupa and Sanatan never tried to go into Jagannath Puri temple once they were living there. They never went in because they felt they were too fallen outside the society. Even if a person is born in a family of dog eaters, he is very dear to me if he is a pure devotee who has no motive to enjoy fruitive activities or mental speculation. Indeed, all respect should be given to him, and whatever he offers should be accepted. Such devotees are as worshipable as I am. So I mean, we were in Ireland, and anyway, devotee there, Sita, she's from China, so she doesn't know about everything, and she bought some ice cream that maybe had some eggs in it. But I didn't want to make her feel bad by saying, this has eggs in it. Whereas Govinda Maharaj also said, no eggs, no taste. But so she was very happy to give us ice cream. So we ate some of that ice cream, and I didn't want to eat the ice cream, but I didn't want to make her feel bad by saying, oh, this has eggs in it, so we shouldn't take it. So I just, didn't say anything. And then the next day I told her, that ice cream you bought, it has eggs in it. And she said, oh, I didn't know. But when she was giving it to us, I didn't want to say, no, we can't take it. So anyway, you can understand, even somebody may be from a so-called fallen position, Govinda Maharaj, he wanted people from China to take to Krishna consciousness. So we have Chinese devotees who are very good devotees and very nice. But, they don't know everything about Krishna consciousness. So, just to live in China, imagine, it's very difficult. Anyway, I don't want to talk so much about that, but that's our position. We want them to become devotees, and we're happy. Oops. A shloka pade duhare koila lingan, kripate duhara mataya darila charan. After reciting this verse, Mahaprabhu embraced the two brothers, and out of his causeless mercy, placed his feet on their heads. Prabhu kripa paya duhe dui hata judi, dina haya stuti gore vinoy achari. After receiving the Lord's causeless mercy, the two brothers folded their hands and in great humility offered the following prayers unto the Lord. Namo Mahabharanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gora Pishe Namaha. O most munificent incarnation, you are Krishna himself appearing as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You have assumed the golden color of Srimati Radharani, and you are widely distributing pure love of Krishna. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you. Jo Jnana Matam Bhuvanam Doyalur Ulaghayan Api Akarot Pramatam Swaprema Sampad Shudaya Bhuteham Shri Krishna Chaitanyam Amum Prapadye. We offer our respectful obeisances unto that merciful Supreme Personality of Godhead who has converted all three worlds which were maddened by ignorance and saved them from their diseased condition by making them mad with the nectar from the treasure house of love of God. Let us take full shelter of that personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, whose activities are wonderful. We offer our respectful obeisances unto that merciful Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has converted all three worlds which were maddened by ignorance and saved them from their diseased condition by making them mad with the nectar from the treasure house of love of God. Let us take shelter of that person, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, whose activities are wonderful. Let us take shelter of that personality of God and Sri Krishna Chaitanya, whose activities are wonderful. Tabe Mahaprabhu Tari Nikate Basila. Tabe Mahaprabhu Tari Nikate Basila. Sanatanera Bharta Kaha Tahare Puchila. After this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat them down by his side and asked them, "What news do you have of Sanatan? Rupa Kohan Teho Bandi Hoy Rajagare Tumi Jadi Udar Tabe Hoibe Udare." Rupa Goswami replied, "Sanatan has now been arrested by the government of Nawab Hussain Shah. If you kindly save him, he can be liberated from that entanglement." Prabhu ko he Sanataner Hayache Mochan Achirat Amasaha Hoibe Milan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately replied, "Sanatan has already been released from his confinement, and he will very soon meet with me." So Mahaprabhu informed him. Sometimes Govinda Maharaj would ask us news, and we'd tell him the news. And then he'd say, "Oh, that's old news." Then he'd tell us more news that was more news. So here it says, Mahaprabhu asked them about Sanatan Goswami, and they tell him, Mahaprabhu asked him, "What news do you have of Sanatan?" Rupa Goswami replied, "Sanatan has now been arrested by the government of Hussain Shah. If you kindly save him, he can be liberated from entanglement." Mahaprabhu said, "Sanatan has already been released from his confinement, and he will very soon meet with me." So you can say, if Mahaprabhu already knew that, why did he ask him? Because he's telling them, don't worry about Sanatan Goswami. He's already been released. They're saying he's in jail, and if you give your mercy to him, he'll be released. And then Mahaprabhu says he's already been released. So he's telling them, "What news do you have of Sanatan Goswami?" And they tell him he's in jail, and Mahaprabhu says he's already released. So Mahaprabhu is giving them the news. You don't have to worry about Sanatan Goswami. He's already been released. Madhyana korite vipra prabhure kohila Rupa Gosai se dibasa tatai rohila. The Brahman then requested Mahaprabhu to accept his lunch. Rupa Goswami also remained there that day. Bhattacharya Duibaye Nimantrana Koila Prabhurasesha Prashada Patra Duibai Paila. Vallabha Bhattacharya invited the two brothers to take lunch also. The remnants of food from the plate of Mahaprabhu were offered to them. Triveni Upar Prabhur Basa Garastan Duibai Basa Koila Prabhu Sanidan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu selected his residence beside the confluence of the Ganges and the Jamuna, place called Triveni. The two brothers, Rupa Goswami and Sri Vallabha, selected their residence near the Lords. Sekali Vallabha Bhatta Rohe Adaila Grame Mahaprabhu Aila Shuni Aila Tarastani. At that time, Sri Vallabha Bhatta was staying at Adaila Gram, and when he heard As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had arrived, he went to his place to see him. Vallabha Bhatta was a very great learned scholar of Vaishnavism. In the beginning, he was very much devoted to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but since he thought that he could not receive proper respect from him, he later joined the Vishnu Swami sect and became the Acharya of that sect. His sect is celebrated as the Vallabha Acharya Sampradaya. This Sampradaya had great influence in Vrindaban near Gokula and in Bombay. So Vallabha Bhatta is a scholar, and he's heard about Mahaprabhu. Teho Dandavat Koila Prabhu Koila. He's also a devotee, but in a different way than us, or obviously, but I mean, Teho Dandavat Koila Prabhu Koila Lingan Duijane Krishna Kata Hoila Katakan. Vallabha Bhattacharya offered Mahaprabhu his obeisances, and the Lord embraced him. After that, they discussed topics about Krishna for some time. Krishna Katai Prabhu Mahaprema Utalila Bhattera Sankoche Prabhu Samvarana Koila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt great ecstatic love when they began discussing Krishna. But the Lord checked his feelings because he felt shy before Vallabha Bhatta. So the Lord felt happy that Vallabha Bhatta talking about Krishna, but he checks his feeling because he didn't feel so much. He had respect for Vallabha Bhatta, but he didn't feel so, he felt shy in front of him. Antare Garagar Prema Nahe Samar Sambaran Deki Chamat Karoila Vallabha Bhatta Man. Although the Lord restrained himself externally, ecstatic love raged within. There was no checking that. Vallabha Bhatta was astonished to see this, to detect this. Tabe Bhatta Mahaprabhu re Nimantrana Koila Mahaprabhu Duibai Tahare Milaila. Thereafter Vallabha Bhatta invited Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for lunch, and the Lord introduced the brothers Rupa and Vallabha Bhatta. The Lord introduced Rupa and Sri Vallabha to him. See, Vallabha Bhattacharya is the name of that person, and Anupa Malik, his name is Sri Vallabha. So the same Vallabha, but they're different persons, obviously. Thereafter, Vallabha Bhattacharya, Vallabha Bhatta invited Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for lunch, and the Lord introduced the brothers Rupa and Vallabha to him. Rupa Goswami and his younger brother. Duibai Dura Hoite Bhumete Pariya Bhate Dandavat Koila Ati Dina Haya. From a distance, the brothers Rupa Goswami and Sri Vallabha fell on the ground and offered obeisances to Vallabha Bhatta with great humility. From a distance, they're offering. Bhatta Mili Bharajai Duheb Alai Dure Asprisya Pamara Mui Nachuniya Mare. When Vallabha Bhattacharya walked toward them, they ran away to a more distant place. Rupa Goswami said, I am untouchable and most sinful. Please do not touch me. This is Rupa Goswami saying, I was in the employment of the Muslims and you are very respectable. Don't touch me, you'll contaminate yourself. What should we do? Okay, so Bhattere Vishmai Hoila Prabhu Harshaman Bhattere Kohila Prabhu Tara Vivaran. Vallabha Bhattacharya was very much surprised at this. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, however, was very pleased, and therefore he spoke to him this description of Rupa Goswami. Hariharaya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama. Hariharaya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namah. Gopal Govinda Ram Shimari Sudan. Giridhari Gopinatha Manana Mohan. Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra. Gadadhara Shiva Sari Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raguna. Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Rasa Raguna. H.I. Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan. Jai Te Vignana Shabishta Puran. H.I. Gosai Jar Mui Janardan. Kasavar Padarenu Mora Panchagan. Kader Chanana Sevi Bhakta Sanivan. Janame Janame More Abhilan. H.I. Gosai Jabe Branje Koilavan. Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash. Anande Bolo Hari Vaja Vrindaban. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pare Manja Iyaman. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyan. Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamudas. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Nitya Gora Haribo, 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 Haribo. Nitya Gora Haribo, 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 Haribo. Nitya Gora Haribo, 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 Haribo. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Varanga Gandharvika Giridhari Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Tilak Neri Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmamacharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sadashi Srimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai, Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajaka Astatara Sadashi Srimad Srila Bhakti Rakshidhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai, Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur ki jai, Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai, Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhaktivedanta Thakur ki jai, Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai, Rupanuga Guru Varga ki jai, Namachari Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Ragana Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasha Ragana Shad Goswami Prabhu ki jai, Premsigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasade Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Vishvavaranya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupad ki jai, Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Kusham Ashram Maharaj ki jai, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Srila Vrindaban Das Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu ki jai, Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat ki jai, Srila Vrindaban Das Thakur ki jai, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopi Govardhan Sham Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jo ki jai, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, all the assembled devotees ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari